Hey guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I kind of wanted to do a showcase on this new clan boss team that I built and put together. One Key's Ultra Nightmare, every single affinity. It does struggle a little bit on Force affinity, but that's just because of the champions I'm using. This team does consist of Fushan, Ninja, Seeker, Demitha, and Harris. All pretty obtainable champions except for Seeker. It took me quite a while to get him. About 2 years into the game, I actually just got him a month ago. So he's pretty exciting to add to this team, and he's really what makes this entire run possible. Most of these champions are kind of interchangeable. There's a couple of different replacements for Ninja I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video. But for now, I'm just going to let I'm going to let this clan boss play through. I'll show you these guys' setups, and the builds are going to be at the end of this video. But for now, let's just get into this clan boss run. So as you can see, as we're just coming to the end of this run, we just reached 100 million damage. And as you can see, Ninja was a very, very hard carry for this team. I know Annex can do pretty similar damage. But even with Fushan and Seeker both bringing in respectable amounts of damage, with Fushan at 21 million, Ninja at 56 million, Seeker at 11 million, Harris is 7 million, almost 8 million, and Demitha way down there at 3 million. Now, there's a lot of room for improvement in this team. Seeker could easily be hitting 20 million. Fushan could maybe be getting another 5 to 10 million out of him. Harris definitely could be getting a lot more damage. I don't even have her in a toxic set, which is hurting her damage out a little bit, but it is what it is. Demitha could also be doing a little bit more damage, just with a little bit more crit rate and damage to her skills. But let's go ahead and get into the layout of these champions and how to get it to full auto. So just coming in here to the team setup, these speeds you're going to want pretty close to the exact same. Ninja, for sure, you have to have the exact same speed, but everybody else is within a 1 or 2 speed, but I would definitely try and just get him as close as possible to what I have. So Fushan, we're going to just go ahead and get rid of his A2. We don't want his A2 going on at all. We really just want him throwing out that decreased defense and then just slamming him with that A1 with that 25% chance to get an extra hit. Sometimes I've seen this go off 3 times in one of his hits, and he dishes out so much damage when you can get that proccing. If we go over to Ninja, we're just going to want to prioritize that Hellburn ability. Just every single time that thing is up, we want it rocking and rolling, because that's what's going to be giving us most of our damage. You don't want him A1ing too much either, because then that's going to get his turn meter out of whack, and then he kind of falls out of sync with the Ting. But as long as you just turn that Hellburn ability to always prioritize number 1 whenever it's up, that's definitely what you're looking for. Coming to Seeker over here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open with his A1, and then we're going to prioritize that A2 tailwind just to get them boosting at that last second. It lets Demitha get back around so that she can put that block damage back up on the team before the clan boss hits. Harris, you just want to prioritize that A2. You want that up every single time the clan boss takes a turn, so when he's stunning either Fushan or Seeker, she's able to remove that stun before they take a turn. Then going down into Demitha, hers is a little bit more customizable. You want to be opening up with that A1, that A2, then you want to be prioritized to number 1, and then that A3 you want to be prioritized to number 2, and that falls in sync. The one thing about Demitha is when you're facing brutal clan boss, you do have to just, for that A2, you have to set it back 1 turn on turn 4. It doesn't really matter where you do it, as long as you just don't let her use that so fast, then it will kind of fall into sync. But I kind of just throw the team in, let it run what it runs. It has no problem clearing brutal at all, so never really had a problem with that. Let's go ahead and get into their abilities now, kind of how they're built. Oh, we did not mean to click that. Get out of that. Okay, so going over here, let's by faction, get you to go away. We don't want by faction, we want recently used. Okay, so coming into Ninja, he has a pretty broken set, a little bit of perception gear going on, but other than that, it's all broken. Savage, of course, would be the best to put Ninja in, but he's running at a pretty high speed at 266. We want 100% crit rate on him, stack as much crit damage as you can on him. The accuracy is a little overboard here. You only need about 250 to 300, but might as well play it safe at up here at 382. He is also +2, so that does help quite a bit with building his stats. Attack, we have it just 4,000, nothing too serious. It's a pretty average ninja build, and I feel like you could definitely get to this without a +2 ninja. Going over here to Fushan. Fushan is the one that actually has the toxic set on. I just happen to have some good damage dealing toxic gear that also got to the speed requirements for Fushan. He's not very fast at only 187. He has just shy of under 4,000 attack. Of course, 100% crit rate. 205% crit damage. His accuracy is a little bit lower at 279. But again, as long as we're letting that decreased defense, which he's really, really helpful for, that's all that kind of matters. Moving over to Seeker, he has a broken set also. He's not running very fast either, so kind of try and stack as much damage as you can out on him. He's running at 200 speed with just 3,000 attack, of course 100% crit rate, 225% crit damage. His accuracy, you don't really need it. It's nice for if you're using him in arena and stuff like that, but I'm not really messing around with him in there, so I definitely need to build a little bit more attack percentage on him, of course, get him into maybe some cruel gear or something like that later down the line. But for now, he's doing his thing. He's getting me to that 1 key. Demitha is one of the faster champions you're going to be having. Really, I just prioritize your speed. Make sure you get that speed up to 294. Stack as much crit rate as you can on her, as much crit damage. If you're able to hit 100 crit rate, that's going to be huge. You're going to be dishing out a lot more damage. Other than that, just survivability. Just tried pumping as much HP and defense on her. Even though you are unkillable after, I believe, turn 3. So you don't have to survive too long, which is really nice. Harris is another one of those really fast champions. She's the fastest one on the team at 298. I would love to put Harris in a toxic build, but unfortunately I just didn't have the fast enough toxic build for that. It's a pretty fast champion, but as long as you're just hitting that speed requirement, that's really all you can ask from her. Her War Master is going to be proccing quite a bit. I didn't even show you guys any of their masteries, but it's the same down the board. We went support for Ninja. Just the classic support, getting him a little more accuracy with the War Master. Everybody else we have going down the defense tree, but running War Master, I don't. I know their masteries aren't completely done, but I am going to be putting the Retribution on basically every single one of them, just proccing even more turns to be taking, so, you know, that could be adding upwards of 1 million, 2 million damage to each one of these guys. Again, just War Master down the defense tree. Gonna go for the Retribution. For Demitha, I do have her going down the support tree just because I use her in other places in the game. But of course, we prioritize that War Master. That's really what's giving me a lot of that damage for especially Harris and Demitha. Again, just War Master, support tree down for Harris again. So this is actually really important. You want Steadfast because you need Harris to have at least more health than Fushan and Seeker. That way she is not getting stunned at all by the clan boss, because if your Harris is getting stunned, then that could definitely throw the run off. But honestly, it's a pretty easy team, even with Force Affinity. If you wanted to switch up to Annex, I know his speeds have to be a little bit faster than what Ninja's is running at now. I'm not exactly sure, but I can definitely find out for you guys. But I'm guessing that should be it for the video. I appreciate all you guys watching. I hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope you're able to go out there and 1 key a clan boss now. Have a good day, guys. See ya.